Let's talk Pokemon Generation 9. Hey, what's up guys, it's I, Mark Yoon, and today I'm bringing another hopefully exciting video. So what I got for you today is obviously not Soul Calibur. I love Pokemon, so I'm going to be talking about Pokemon. Every time I do talk about Pokemon, Nintendo flags my content and takes it down. So whatever, we're just rolling the dice here, but it's something that I want to talk about, so why shouldn't I be able to talk about it on my own channel, right? Anyway, so I didn't talk about Arceus at all, and I've actually been really enjoying Arceus. I beat the game already. The only thing I have left to do is get all of the wisps for the Spirit Tomb, which shouldn't be hard to do. By the way, if you're watching the intro of this, thank you, but I should be starting talking about the video in about a minute. And I haven't caught Arceus yet, that's about it. Everything else is done, the Pokedex is pretty much complete. I have the majority of the wisps, so right now I'm just enjoying the new update. But I beat about 100 hours in the first week of that game. I literally did nothing but play Pokemon Arceus, and I've been playing since the first game, so I want to talk about it, I'm going to talk about it, bear with me please. So, Generation 9 was revealed officially from the Pokemon event that just occurred, and I'm actually super excited about this because it looks like they're actually keeping the Pokemon Legends Arceus playstyle, and that's the biggest concern that I had, that we would have such an amazing game with Arceus and then go immediately back to whatever style that they traditionally use. Obviously they change up the style somewhat when it comes to like the different versions of the games or variations of the games, and it was just a teaser, but it really gave us a lot of info. They gave us like over 50 confirmed Pokemon, which I'm going to start scrolling right here so I don't have to call all of them out, including the starters, which we will get to in a minute. So there's a lot of Pokemon there, and I'm super excited. Some of my favorites that I've seen is like Zoroark and like Lucario, obviously. And I'm just hoping that there's a few things that I actually get out of it, but we're going to talk about a little bit what was in the trailer first before I get into my thoughts. So the first thing that I really want to talk about is the region. This region is obviously, if you can tell by the starters' names, it's taking place in Spain, or somewhere around the Spain area. Which is actually pretty cool because they have a lot of like really diverse like ecosystems, and their building structure is like beautiful. So it's nice to see like another like European region like being shown that's not really been shown before in the past. I kind of dig it. And beyond that, we saw, like I said, the Arceus playstyle where the characters are going around. It looks like the battle system is similar. I really hope and wish that they keep like the sneaking system too, because I usually don't like sneaking around in games. Like when it comes to like Metal Gear or like even Deus Ex Machina, things like that, I just don't like sneaking. Like I'm more of a just get into the gameplay kind of guy. But the way that they did sneaking and implemented it into your strategy in Pokemon Legends Arceus really got me into it, and it's my favorite way to catch Pokemon. It's not as easy as like just like hiding in some grass and throwing a jet ball. Like sometimes there's other hyper aware Pokemon in the area like Paris and things of that nature, and they'll certainly alert everyone to your presence. And there'll be certain Pokemon you're trying to catch for your decks, like especially the baby Pokemon and Abra, that'll just like get out of dodge before like you even have a chance to get them. Especially like when you only have one shot, because a lot of times if you get them out of the ball, they'll just like disappear. There's a lot of there was a lot of fun and trial and error trying to come up with like that, but sometimes you have to like make your way by like throwing down a smoke bomb, making a path to the Pokemon, using a disguise spray or like a hide spray, getting all the way, catching everything or battling everything in between, just so you don't alert the Pokemon that you're trying to go for. It was a lot of fun. Shiny hunting is amazing in that game. There's a decent amount of legendaries, though I wish at least my boy Mewtwo or Lugia would come back, but that's one of my hopes for this game. So enough about Pokemon Legends Arceus, let's get into the nitty gritty. So we have our first reveal of the starters, which you will see right here. And we have Sprigatito, who is a grass type. And we have Fuecoco, who obviously from Fuego is a fire type. We have Quaxley, which is water type. I'm going to go for Fuecoco because I usually do the fire starters no matter who I am, what game I'm starting. I usually play with my wife and my brother, so we usually get like opposite versions. So I'm kind of super interested in this. And plus it's a crocodile and I like love crocs, so that's going to be like a no-brainer for me. The region looks really gorgeous. Apparently, like, depending on what version of the game you choose, you start out with a different avatar outfit, which I don't think matters because hopefully they let us like customize our avatar like they usually do. Like, I don't see why they wouldn't do that. We should be able to customize our character. That's been my favorite part of recent Pokemon Gen since like 9. I mean, since Y and X. But hopefully that's something that doesn't change. Now, I do hope they keep the sneaking. I do hope they keep the battle system. Obviously, the Pokeballs are going to change because that was the Jet Balls and like the heavy balls and all that were like the first Pokeballs that were invented. So if they're keeping this sneaking style, I hope that they actually bring those balls back, but also have them littered in with the various amounts of, or copious amounts of regular Pokeballs that we usually use. Now, we did have like Ultra Balls and stuff like that, but like hopefully we get like more of the usual peppered in there. And I do want to see the entire open world. It looks like they said, actually, I think they said that the open world is non-transitionatory, which means that like you're not going to be starting from a town starting point and then like teleporting, which you may be able to fly and teleport. I'm not sure, but the way I made it sound is that like all the open world was seamless, so you're going to go to various different towns and such that are just generated in the open world, such as other open world games already do. I do want to note that the textures on the Pokemon that we've seen close up actually look really good. I'm talking about Servitor and like Magnemite, but they're obviously no one plays Pokemon for the graphics, but usually when they show early gameplay like this for Pokemon, it's usually pretty rough. And the way it's so clean now, obviously we have a late 2022 release, which is leading me to think it's going to be like holiday 2022. So probably going to release sometime in November or December, just so they can, probably November, just so they can sell Switches for the holidays. The way they usually do that, obviously, is like they have 2 versions of the game. So if you want to play with somebody else, unless you're buying the second version for yourself, you usually have like a friend that you play with or somebody else. And it's a good way to get them to buy a Switch if they haven't already, because we've had BDSP, which was literally just like a remake of Brilliant Diamond and Pearl, which I enjoyed, but I literally dropped as soon as Arceus came out. And again, that's part of the series, but it's not like the new gen. So we have Generation 9 fully coming out, and a lot of people are going to be hopping into this one first and foremost. This is great, taking an evolution from where it started with like Sword and Shield with having the wild areas, and then turning it into Arceus where you had cut off regions that you visit, and then this being a completely full open world. Because one of the biggest probably problems that I had with Arceus was just a nitpick, was you couldn't really go to visit other towns. They had little settlements here and there, like the Diamond and Pearl settlement teams, and literally just like the shrines and stuff, but there was no like going through an area and then getting to like a big open world kind of thing. And I can understand why, because it's like, this is like, the island has only been settled by like these 3 groups, so you're not really going to need like huge cities. But I don't know why our group, the Survey Corps, was so huge, and then the Diamond and Pearl teams just had a settlement. Like, I guess they're from other regions and they were just staying in there. I forgot the lore on that specifically. But this was a good trailer, and it showed off a lot of good stuff. Good teaser, actually. It's made me super excited. I mean, I was going to be super excited anyway, but since BDSP has come out, and then Arceus right away, and now Gen 9, I was getting a little, like, I don't want to say burnt out, but I was getting a little, my hype was reduced each time, because it's kind of like I'm used to playing like 1 Pokemon game a year, not like 3. But bring it on, man. Like I said, I've already like destroyed Arceus. I'm thinking about doing a second playthrough as soon as I like finish doing everything in this. And I was just taking my time with it too. Like, I'm just finishing some side quests up and doing like the distortion dimensions and doing all that fun stuff. So now I'm just shining hunting and all that. But I know I don't usually talk about Pokemon on my channel, so I want to hear your thoughts. Did you guys see the trailer? Are you excited about this new region? Are you excited about the starters? Are you excited about any of the 50 Pokemon that I listed that were shown in the trailer? What do you hope, and what are your fears? Any and all thoughts are always welcome in the comment section down below. And of course, you can bring the conversation over to our Discord. We do have a Pokemon only tab that's on the side, and as well as a bunch of other tabs to talk about a bunch of different various objects. And with that being said, we're going to bring this video to a close and always say, I love it, thank you,
and thank you.